Hi, welcome guys to this video automation gizmo channel. So in this video we'll be looking at the data types that are available in Siemens CHAR portal. So there are so many data types, but we'll look at the basic ones in Siemens CHAR portal, and the basic ones are BOOLs, which are Boolean, integer, reals, arrays, double word. So we could just look at these basic ones. So the first one is BOOLs. BOOLs are ones or zeros. So you have true or false, or one and zero. So those are bools. They call it Boolean. So, and in Boolean, for example, your digital input signals or your digital out signals are Boolean. So your pilot lamps, your push buttons, your switches, your proximity switches, or your pressure switch, or your fan, your digital motor. So those are all booleans. They come to the PLC as booleans. So for example, we add a new data block, and let's say we have pilot lamp, and the data type is bool. And then we have a proximity switch, and also the data type is bool. So these are all true or false or one or zeros. So those are the types of Boolean variables. So the next ones are integers. Integers are mathematical variables for real numbers. So they are signed numbers. So you have for example 45, 28, um 96. So these are integers. Integers are whole numbers, positive whole numbers. So these are integers. So an integer values in Siemens range from 0 to 27648. So the integer range of values in Siemens is 0 to 27648. So for example, we have a for example a temperature transmitter, and we give it int. So in the short form for integer in Siemens is int. And we also have a speed, motor speed, motor RPM, and then also int. So you can select your data type from here and just go straight to int. So these are integers. They are numbers that are whole. Then the next one is real. So real are also mathematical data type, and it's for floating points, so decimal points. So data that have decimal points, for example 1.25, 0.568, 489. So these ones are 32 bits. Integers are 16 bits. I forgot to mention that integers are 16-bit variables, while real are 32-bit variables. So real are 32-bit variables. So we can have real value like say tank level, and the data type is real. So for real, this is the data type for real. Another thing we need to say for bool in Siemens notation, bools are either I, Q, or memory marker M. So use I, Q, or M for bools. For integers, integers are QW, IW, or MW. So these are integers, the notations in Siemens. For real values, they are QD, ID, or MD. So the notations for reals are MDs. So another data type are arrays. So arrays are just um a pack of different data types. So you can have array of bools, array of integers, array of reals, array of double word, array of word, and all that. So arrays are not a specific data type, they are just a pack of where you want to hold so many data at once. So for example, I have register and the data type is array. So I want to have 50 registers. So I'll do array of 1 to 50 of 1 to 50 of bulls. So I can have an array of 1 to 15 of bulls. So I have all 50 bulls in the array called register. I could have transmitters as an array. So it will be array of 1 to 50 of reals. So arrays are just a combination of different data types. So another data type we want to also look at is double word. So now double words are 32 bits, also 32 bits variables, but the difference between double word are they are not mathematical variables, they are like logistic variables. So you don't say um minus for example a float 64 pointer. So double words basically they are not mathematical, they are mostly in hexadecimal, for example. So um if you have say speed, and then the data type is DWORD, you can say that the start value is in 60 hash. So if 16 hash is hexadecimal. So double words are not a mathematical variable where you could just have if the mantissa part and the decimal part. So but double words are mathematical variables. They're also 32 bits. Double words, the bit pattern in double words are important because the change of the bits also change the values. So the last is word. So word is just a 16 bit variable, just like your double word. So word is 16 bits. So and it's also not a mathematical variable. You can't do addition, subtraction in word. So it's you could just use to hold data, and you're not so concerned about the values. So you can use word. So example is we could say pressure. The variable is word. So you can say it's also 16 hash. So which is in hexadecimal. So you don't perform mathematical calculations with word or double word. You perform those mathematical calculations with integers and reals. But when you say you want to transfer your data, you can transfer it through double word or word. So that's basically the difference between integers and reals. So these are like the common data types in Siemens. These are the common data types in Siemens that you use daily. There are also a lot of all different data types. For example, there's there's also bytes. So let's quickly look at bytes. So in bytes is 8 bits. So 8 bits equals a byte. So we have an 8-bit variable. It's called a byte. So 8 bits is equals to 1 byte. While 16 bits is equivalent to 1 integer. 32 bits is equivalent to 1 real value or 2 integers. So these are just like the notations that we just need to have at the back of our hands as engineers. So 8 bit is 1 byte, 16 bit is 1 integer, 32 bit is 1 real or two integers. So some other data types that here are CHAR. CHAR is for characters, like your alphabetical characters. Another one is string. String is also characters, but limited to 258. We have structure. We have time of day, UDINT, UINT. So there are so many other data types, but the ones that you're going to use almost every time you want to program as automation engineers are integers, rails, bytes, bools, double word, and word. Thanks guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.